What's up, guys? It's Devil Ken, and today I'm back with another video. And we're gonna be discussing something very, very fucking important that maybe you guys have noticed in your life, maybe you haven't noticed it. So we're gonna be discussing exactly why. When you have first of all, I want to say this: money is the most important fucking thing, bro. Especially when it comes to dating, let alone just life in general, how people treat you, how people perceive you, every fucking thing. In this world, you're either an NPC or a main character. No in between. That's it. With that being said, I'm gonna dive right into the video. So, when you don't, first of all, I'm gonna explain why money is important. Then I'm gonna explain what happens if you choose not to have it, and then I'm gonna explain the situations that you will end up in just for the simple fact of you not having it. So I'm gonna make this very short and quick. Okay, so why is it important? Okay, without money you can't do a motherfucking thing in life. You can't do shit. It does not matter how fit, it does not matter how ripped you are, how good looking you are, how handsome you are, none of that. If you don't have money, you will not be able to do shit in life. Not a motherfucking thing. Not one. You may be able to get some attraction from females. You may get some compliments from people, some respect, genuine respect. But as far as actually having fun in life and taking your life to the next level, like actually moving and not just being in one place, that's not gonna happen because you have no fucking money and you're broke, right? So it's important to have both fitness and money. Okay, now let's get into the main aspect of what I'm talking about tonight. Okay, when you don't have money, you are forced to be in situations that are inevitable. Right? What do I mean by this? I'm gonna say that again. When you don't have money, you're gonna be forced to be in situations that you want no part of, and it's going to be inevitable. Sounds a lot like rape, right? Exactly, because that's exactly what the fuck it is. This is why the rich are so hated on, because they don't have to deal with shit that they don't want to deal with, and that alone creates an amazing feeling. Rich is not just money. It's that too. It's the dollar, it's the cash, it's the assets, it's the business, it's the success. Yeah, it's that on a tangible level, but on a mental level, it's more so of knowing that you're free and you don't have anything to really worry about. You're free. You don't have anything to worry about. You don't have to deal with shit you don't want to deal with. You don't have to see people you don't want to see. As soon as you get tired of doing something, you can easily just opt out of it because you have so much security and safety that it really doesn't fucking matter. That's what it's about. Freedom, security, knowing that you could or could not, knowing that every situation that you're in is an option to you, not a requirement. And that is what creates a sense of actual peace and happiness. Okay? So I'm going to describe a little bit more of what I mean when I said, when you don't have money, you're inevitably going to be put in situations that are, they're inevitable, man. Like literally, dude, they're inevitable because you can't fucking stop it because you don't have the money to. For example, if you live in the inner city on the bad side of towns, every day to work, you're going to have to deal with crackheads on the train to get to work, and you don't have a car. You're going to have to deal with drug addicts, criminals, junkies. Even though they may not necessarily bother you specifically, seeing that all the time can depress you because it can be a reminder of where the fuck do I live in life? Where the fuck am I headed in life? Right? Now, that's inevitable that you're going to see that. You're going to see it because of where you live. Now, had you been rich or had you been well off, Would you have seen it? Probably not. Probably not. Right? So you get my point when I'm saying there's certain situations that if you are not rich, or if you don't have X amount of money, or if you don't have any signs that signal, hey, I am high status, or hey, I'm on the way to becoming high status, or at least, hey, I'm somewhere in that tier. If you don't have any of that, people will automatically treat you a certain way, just like people will treat you a certain way if they know you or feel that you have money. Okay, this is just the unfortunate truth of the world. Don't hate it, because you'll drain too much energy on hating these things rather than fixing it and becoming better. Just accept it and start the self-improvement journey. That's it, like I did, and you'll be so much more at peace. You won't be perfectly at peace, but you'll be so much more at peace. Okay. So, third of all, right? When you don't have money, how women look at you. Okay. This is a big one. Okay. And this goes back to, you can't really live your fucking life like you think you can. It doesn't matter how buff you are, how ripped you are, how good looking you are. It doesn't matter, bro. If you are broke and you have no source of income, no job, nothing, you don't have any plans of getting rich or starting a business or anything like that, if you don't have anything going on, any type of motion, any type of money, no matter how good looking you are, good with words you are, that shit will help to a certain extent. But eventually at some point, you're gonna need money for women in dating too. It's unfortunate, but as we know, in 2026, the dating market, you are going to pay. You're gonna pay, and your pockets matter. And I hate to say this, but I don't want to say. I still believe fitness and looks matter more than anything, but at the same time, I feel that money, due to the rise of gold diggers and hypergamous women, money is now rising to the top of the spectrum when it comes to first thing a woman is looking for. It's starting to get to the point now where it's money then looks. It's getting that bad out here. But if we're being real, like, you have to have money in this world, because that's the actual way you can live life. You can't live your life swole and fit. You can be fit and lean and in great shape, but if you have no money, how are you actually going to live life? What can you actually do? Where can you actually go? You're just fit for no reason. And this is something that I had to figure out a long time, realizing that if you're just fit for no reason, but you have no money, it's a really weird feeling, because it's like, I'm in great shape, but I'm broke. So it kind of, in a way, almost tempts you into this mindset of thinking, why the fuck did I even bother to get in this great of shape if I can't even go anywhere? I can't even see anyone. I can't even afford a fucking date. Why am I in this great of shape? I mean, yeah, besides being, it's just good for your health to be that way. We know that. That's a given. But as far as if you're trying to date and live your life and you want a happy life, why the fuck are you broke? You see, when people say money don't buy happiness, I never believed that quote. I always believe people who said that either A, struggle to get it, either for two, never had it. And that's another thing. Why are people listening to people who's never had it? That's like saying Ferraris, the Ferrari gas mileage isn't all that, the interior isn't all that. How the fuck would you know that? Have you driven a Ferrari before? Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely fucking not. Not. Absolutely fucking not. So it's just like, It's the same thing with being rich. And I think that's the one thing rich people convince poor people, that money doesn't buy happiness. I guarantee you, money can solve 99.99% of people's problems right fucking now. If 99% of your problems get solved, wouldn't you say you will at least be 80% happier? Exactly. So that whole notion money doesn't buy happiness is fucking bullshit. Because I guarantee you right now, there's not one celebrity or millionaire that would be willing to give up their yacht to a 9-to-5 worker, willing to give up his 5 Victoria's Secret models that's sucking his dick for free every night to a 9-to-5 worker, willing to give up his 5 Lamborghinis, 5 Ferraris to a 9-to-5 worker, willing to give up his $5 million mansion to a 9-to-5 worker. There's not one athlete, actor, artist, rapper, fucking millionaire, successful business person, whatever the fuck, anybody that's in a top tier 1% of income making that would give up their luxury items to a regular 9-to-5 worker because they feel that money doesn't buy happiness. Even the depressed ones wouldn't do it. Wouldn't. It just baffles me that people really believe that blue pill shit. That shit is to keep you in a fucking matrix so it won't keep you from trying hard. Me, I'm telling you right now, I believe a source of income is extremely important in society. However, I am not going to be at a 9-to-5 for the rest of my fucking life. I'll stay there as long as I can to stack the money and figure out what I want to do and invest it. But other than that, I will not be at a 9-to-5 until I'm 80 years old. It's just not going to happen for me. Bigger plans with my life. So, yeah. And just remember, like I said, guys, when you don't have money, you're going to be put in situations that are inevitable. Like, you're going to be put in situations that you cannot avoid no matter what. And it's all for the simple fact that you don't have money. Now, here's the good thing. It's not permanent. It's inevitable at that moment. And it can continue to be inevitable unless you change it. You can change it. It's not something that's permanent. Okay? Unless you make it permanent, then that's your fault. That goes into another topic that I'll discuss later, is that everything in life is a self-made choice. Okay? But money is inevitable and is inevitable requirement. You're going to need it no matter what. There's no getting away around it. Money is going to advance your attractiveness as a man, no matter who the fuck you are, no matter what. No matter what. People treat you differently when they feel like you got something. You know, they just do. It's unfortunate. We should treat everybody, regardless if they think they have something going on for themselves or not. We should treat everybody the same. But that ain't the world we live in, so. Anyways, that's the video for today, boys. You guys remember what I told you. Stay on your paper, stay fit, but also remember, money is extremely important if you want to actually live life and not just stand still. So, peace out. Until next time. Bye.